Indianapolis Mayor Joe Hogsett knows the importance of keeping our city clean, so he takes a page from the history books for some inspiration.
Come on, Joe, you can do this. Yes! This is our city. Together we can do a little and change a lot. Let's make Indianapolis a cleaner, greener city.
Do your part to help keep Indianapolis beautiful. Visit itsmycityindy.org to learn more.
Well, good morning, and thank you all for being here and joining with us in a day of celebration. Today, as we stand here in this community center, surrounded by the green space outside of this beautiful Douglas Park, we are reflecting on the history of our city that brought us here, on the legacy that built what we see before us and makes possible what is yet to come. The legacy that is in no small measure the result of the life and times of our beloved mayor, Bill Hudnut. 40 years ago, Mayor Hudnut filmed a short public service announcement in which he conveyed a simple message. He said, "When you litter, can it with the Hudnut Hook." Right-handed hook shot. Those of us who have memories of that short ad remember the impact that it had not only on individual action, but frankly, the impact that it had on our city as a whole. Residents across Indianapolis were inspired to take action and to participate in shaping this city's great future. We understood that it would take all of us, not just some of us, but all of us, to turn Indianapolis from, as Mayor Hudnut said, India no place into India showplace. The Hudnut Hook was intended to support the efforts of the Indianapolis Clean City Committee, who was charged with cleaning up and beautifying our city. But over the decades that have followed, it has done so much more. This iconic ad has come to represent so many of the things that make Indianapolis great, none more important than the spirit it embodies. 40 years after the Hudnut Hook first aired, it is with that same energy, with this same vibrant and collaborative spirit, that we launch today It's My City, or It's My City. It's my city for each of us. It's a 3-year campaign designed to remind us that if we all do a little, we can change a lot. We begin in 2017 with a renewed focus on keeping Indianapolis clean. With this in mind, I recently signed Proposal 21, committing the city and the county to carbon neutrality by 2050. This will pave the way for cleaner air and water and a healthier future. The young residents, the young citizens of our city who inspired this proposal, some of who have joined us this morning, don't they deserve a round of applause? The future, creating their future, that's powerful. That serves as an example that together, even the smallest of voices can have a monumental impact in the city of Indianapolis. Today, I stand with our partners in the It's My City coalition to launch an anti-littering campaign and provide a host of resources that make it necessary for anyone to participate in shaping a cleaner Indianapolis. And we are just getting started. During each year of this 3-year initiative, we will engage our residents in a new focus, progressively improving our city and jump-starting involvement within our neighborhoods, within our businesses, and within our schools. 2018 will be the year of green. 2017 is the year of clean. 2018 will be the year of green. Once our neighborhoods and public spaces are clean, opportunity for green spaces full of native plants and thriving ecosystems will become abundant as they are accessible. 2019, It's My City will focus on making Indianapolis beautiful, emphasizing placemaking and creative investment through art and through nature. But It's My City is ultimately about more than clean, more than green, more than beautiful. It is fundamentally about remembering what it means to be good citizens of Indianapolis. Whether that means putting litter in a place where it belongs and not where it doesn't belong. Whether it means not letting your car idle incessantly. Whether it means just being kinder to the person you pass on the street today. Together, we all can do a little, and in so doing, change a lot. Like many remnants of Mayor Hudnut's legacy, the Hudnut Hook lives on. If not in footage, then in the hearts and minds of those who embraced it. With your help, we will once again spark a commitment to the betterment of our city and continue that legacy of a clean, green, and beautiful Indianapolis for every resident of our city. When we do that, we will continue to transform Indianapolis for all of its people, and its people deserve nothing less. I thank you. David, who's next? Thank you, David.
Well, good morning, everybody. What was that? Aha! So my name is David Forcell, and I'm president of Keep Indianapolis Beautiful. And like the mayor said, Bill Hudnut embraced stewardship of Indianapolis way back in the 1970s. It was a time of an environmental awakening throughout the country. Bill Hudnut happened upon a travel writer's work about Indianapolis back then, and that writer said that Indianapolis was dirty and raw and unkempt, and that travelers going through the Midwest might as well skip Indianapolis. Well, Bill Hudnut wasn't going to have that, and not long after we had the Hudnut Hook and the creation of a little city agency with half of a person, sounds a little painful, with half a person dedicated to keeping the city clean. It was called the Indianapolis Clean City Committee. Bill Hudnut's authentic joy in service and his larger-than-life presence, his innate understanding that beauty and environmental health were essential to quality of life, put the Clean City Committee on the map. And just a few years later, we were incorporated as a nonprofit, and then just before the turn of the century, we became Keep Indianapolis Beautiful. It's an incredible legacy that KIB's mission has continued to move forward, thanks to Bill Hudnut and many mayors since, for the generous support that the city and the corporate community provide, and the incredible amount of service and vision that neighborhoods bring to the work of Keep Indianapolis Beautiful. These days, rather than a half-time person, we have about 25 and about 100 youth that are employed. More than 100,000 hours of service by neighborhoods are given to the cause of a better quality of life. And the list goes on. Pocket parks inspired by community replace vacant land. 50,000 trees have been planted since the day when Bill Hudnut first put litter in its place. The important part to know is that the research at this point is preponderant and quite staggering, that clean and green for city people matters to city people. Whether it is stress relief, reductions in violence, access to beauty that otherwise they may never have, we may never have, the list goes on. But we researched this with Indiana University and Butler University, and what we know to be true is that green and clean places reinforce pride. They create and enable connection between people, often in places where it is so needed. And it creates more and more commitment to neighborhoods. So while we're proud of our role in helping this city to care for itself and its neighborhood and its environment, while we helped create 30,000 volunteer experiences last year, guess what? That only represents about 3.5% of Marion County's population. So imagine what this city could be if everyone did that little bit to create great change. So we're thrilled and very grateful to Mayor Hogsett that he is leading on quality of life in our city and recognizing all of us can make a contribution. And at Keep Indianapolis Beautiful, like we did back in 1976, we stand ready to help in that effort. Thank you.
Thank you, David.
Good morning. I'm Sherry Bossing with Lilly, and I'm the Director of Community Outreach at Lilly. Super proud to be here representing our company and the 14,000 employees that work in downtown Indianapolis. I'm also happy to say that for 140 years, Lilly has been committed to service in this community, as many of you know. Over the past 10 years, we've had our Lilly Global Day of Service, and today, Lilly will be the first company who takes the pledge and challenges the rest of this community to take the pledge with us. This pledge is simple. This pledge is about every one of us thinking about how we engage our employees in the community, how we work with not-for-profits in the community, the social service agencies that need our help, but we could take the pledge with them to clean up blocks around their place of work, how we can adopt a park and get our employees out into a park once a month to maintain it, utilize it, do team building in that park. How can we work with the community and the residents to make your communities what you want them, and we can just be a catalyst and a resource to help you. It is, I think it's a campaign that's going to have a lot of fun tied into it. We don't have to be so serious about this. Let's create a social media campaign. Let's create a grassroots initiative around this where we really challenge every person to be part of this campaign, because it's my city, and I don't want anybody trashing my city. Let's get to the point where we don't have to worry about picking up trash, but we're creating a culture where we have no trash, so that we have a community where we can focus our resources and our energy on the green and the beautiful. So with that, I just want to say thank you to the city and all the other partners that have worked on this, the Chamber of Commerce who has embraced this with us, the Rotary Club through the Indy Do Day. There are so many people committed to this campaign and making our city the most amazing place to recruit talent, maintain talent, for all of us who work here to love the beautiful city and be proud of the city that we bring guests into. At the end of the day, Lily gives people time off work to do this because it's good for business. Thank you very much.
Hi, good morning. I'm Joyce Herco with Indiana University Health, and we're very excited to be here with the mayor and the city and our colleagues at KIB and Lilly to join in this coalition. About a year and a half ago, IU Health was in three city parks for our day of service, and this is one of the parks that we were in, so it has a special place for us. A clean, green, and beautiful city is a sign of a healthy city, a vibrant city with healthy residents. It's our hope that this coalition and the efforts that we have talked about this morning will result in community members spending more time outside, enjoying our beautiful city parks and trails, walking and riding bicycles, and meeting neighbors while maintaining an active lifestyle. Our city parks are huge assets, as well as our neighborhoods, and we want to encourage Hoosier families to get outside and to take advantage of those. Providing opportunities for residents to be active addresses a multitude of health issues. We know that people who are physically active are less likely to develop diabetes and cardiovascular diseases. IU Health is dedicated to improving the health of the communities in which we serve, and through the It's My City Coalition and a number of projects, including our Day of Service, we will continue our efforts to clean, green, and beautify our city. Thank you.
Questions? The Hogsett hook is left-handed, by the way. The Hudnut hook is right-handed. Other than that, in fact, one is running as we speak, and hopefully it will never rise to the level of inspiration that the Hudnut hook inspired, but hopefully it is our way, in a contemporaneous way, of reminding people how important it is to have a clean, green, and beautiful city. Well, I think as we've all indicated, the year of 2017, we're going to focus on clean. And whether that's in our day of service, that so many of our corporate partners are so engaged in volunteering, whether it be in our neighborhood trash sweeps that the City County Council and Janice McHenry, who's here today, Jeff Miller, who's here today. If I miss any of our City County councilors, they have taken great leadership roles in working with KIB and other organizations, Indy Parks and Recreation. So we're going to focus this year on cleaning up Indianapolis, and then in succeeding years, taking advantage of a clean city to green it and then ultimately beautify it. Well, thank you to our young inspiration and our future. Thanks to our corporate partners, and let's go forth as individuals and do our part to do a little that will mean a lot. Thank you very much. Good to be with you. Ready? 1, 2, 3. We got to work on our basketball skills.
Oh.